like and subscribe. And if you're not afraid of truth, then continue to watch the video. Now let's get straight to it. A lot of white people, you want to know, why am I analyzing you? The reason I'm analyzing you, because the things you do not make sense. And when people do things that do not make sense, they are analyzed and studied. You see, instead of you studying black people should be studying you because you make no sense. Most of you, anyway. The reality of the situation is that you can't be yourself if you are trying to be someone else. First, you said you believed falsely that life started in Europe. That bubble was bursted. Now you know that black people are, or melanated people are, the first people on earth. But you're living a lie. Even when the truth is obvious to you, you still you still want to believe what isn't true. Now, you tell me, white people, if you believe a falsehood, does that make you sane or insane? It makes the questions rhetorical because it makes you insane. Now, how can you be yourself if you're trying to be someone else? That's insanity. Total insanity. And it makes no sense. White supremacy is ridiculous. It is the stupidest thing in the world because you try to make yourself perfect. And everybody knows you're not. It wasn't until the 1940s when you started taking baths, at least the ones in America and in France, England, and places like that. You are not even civilized. You're not even civilized. You just suffer from narcissistic neurosis. And Trump is the perfect example. He wants to tell everyone that he's a great businessman, never mind the 5 or 6 bankruptcies. He wants to tell everybody that he has beautiful hair, never mind the comb over and the big bald spot on his head that we've seen. And he is a perfect example of white supremacy. And I'm going to tell you something else. Most white people, if you're a white supremacist, you don't know how great you could be because you're not trying to improve yourself. You're trying to be someone and something you're not, which limits your ability to compete. To compete, you have to try to improve. If you think you're perfect, how can you improve? But you suffer from narcissistic neurosis because now you've gotten to the point where you are totally self-defeated mentally. And the only way that you can try to make this illusion come true, other than with Superman and Batman movies, is to try to hold other people down. You try to hold other people down to lift yourself up. But the reality is, if someone is better than you, you're just pushing yourself down further. You are pushing yourself down further. Because someone is better than you, you're always going to be looking up to them, no matter what you do. And this causes you to have narcissistic frustration. narcissistic frustration, because you can't live up to the illusion, which causes you to be delusional. Superman is not real. Batman is not real. The Fantastic Four is not real. Jesus, which is really pronounced Jesus, his name is Yahshua. You are not Yahshua. You weren't Adam and Eve. Black people are not the children of Ham, who are supposedly cursed, because if we're cursed, it's a really great curse, because we beat you in everything. Everything. But the reality of the situation is you can't compete with us if you're trying to be us. You've whitewashed history. Every place you go, you change the name. Africa is Akut-Bulan. Egypt is Kemet. Mesopotamia is, one second please, is Iran Naran. Mesopotamia is Iran Naran. And it existed 6,000 years BC. But the Greeks named it Mesopotamia, which confuses you into thinking you were the Sumerians, and you weren't. You have become so frustrated that you have given up on education in life. You want to teach homosexuality to 10-year-olds in school. You want to teach racism in school. But historical evidence and facts, you don't want to teach that. And you know what that makes you? It makes you criminally insane. It makes you insane. Now, leave a comment. Don't even worry about liking and subscribe. Leave a comment if you disagree with me, because I'm going to prove beyond a shadow of a doubt that you are insane and you are not civilized. Most Caucasians in America, white supremacists, you're not civilized. There's nothing you do is civilized. Going around killing people because their skin is a different color than yours, because your skin is not melanated, doesn't make sense. You all are so screwed up. A white woman says she want to marry a black man and have black babies because with global warming, her children will need melanin in their skin, which proves again that we're not inferior to you. But the reality, and it proves that melanated skin is superior. You got suntan booths. You got suntan booths. But yet and still, my skin is supposed to be inferior to yours. But you have suntan booths. That is insane. Totally insane. I mean, you all need to look in the mirror and cure yourself. You even put patents. The patents you have are the inventions of melanated people. Alexander Graham Bell didn't invent the phone. Thomas Edison didn't invent the light bulb we use today. It was Lewis Latimer, a black man. Bill Gates didn't invent the computer. Black people invented that. All you invented was a patent. And then you delude yourself into pretending that you invented these things. And then have the audacity to say that Jesus was a Caucasian. You know good and well Jews are black. And that Israel leads the world in melanoma, skin cancer. They can't handle the sun. But I'm gonna throw this one thing in here about. No, I'm gonna say this for another video. I'm gonna talk about Netanyahu in my next video. He's the king demon.